Hello friends, happy summer. I hope you guys are doing well and you're staying hydrated. I know it's so hot. In today's video, we're at Lowe's Garden Center and I wanted to share with you beautiful heat and drought tolerant perennials you can find for your garden. And most of these perennial friends, they bloom all the way into fall. Yes, so here we are. This is one of my favorite perennials. We have Cornflower echinacea from Monrovia. This is $12.98. This is the orange cornflower sombrero. So pretty, friends. The color and hair is absolutely gorgeous. It will get 24 to 26 inches tall and 16 to 18 inches wide. It blooms summer into fall, as I mentioned before. Just look at that. Look at that bright orange. I just love it. I love cornflowers. They're great perennials you definitely should have in your garden. Here we have some lilies. The lilies, they become spent blooms so quickly from the heat, but this one is really pretty. Just sharing this one with you if you're looking for lilies. This is $12.98. And if you pick up your lilies, do not buy them already bloomed because they will not last you long at all. Make sure you get them with the buds closed. Anyway, friends, here we have one of my favorites too. I think I have a lot of favorites. This is your Spin Top Yellow Touch Blanket Flower from Monrovia for $12.98. It prefers the full sun. It will get 12 to 18 inches tall and 18 to 24 inches wide. It also blooms all the way into fall, hardly down to -30 to -40 degrees. And they have these in different colors. Also, you can find these in the Lowe's brand. They have the orange and also they have the yellow for $8.98. But this one is from Monrovia for $12.98, as you can see. And with these friends, just make sure you keep deadheading them so that way the new buds will come up and give you new blooms, as you with all of your flowers, right? Deadheading is very important. Friends, take a moment to look at this. All right, so I'm out of the sun. The sun was out. This is a Panama red cornflower. I need this one. This is on my wish list. As I said to you, I collect cornflowers. I have a lot of colors in the garden. Alright, friends, so this will get 12 to 14 inches tall and wide. It's hardly down to -20 degrees. Compact and dare resistant. So if you have issues with dare, this is perfect for that. It's $15.98. But the red, oh my goodness, it's absolutely gorgeous. Here's a close-up. It looks orangey here, but as the buds open, you could see the vibrant red color. I think this is the first time seeing this at Lowe's Garden Center. This is just me going back in the sun to show you the red. I hope you can see that properly. There you go. That's what it looks like, but it is red in person. Alright, friends, here we are from Proven Winners. We have this beautiful, amazing daisy made for $12.98. They prefer full sun. I just love these. It's so pretty. And these will bloom early summer into late summer. They're hardy from zones 5 through 9. They will get 12 to 24 inches tall and wide. And as always with any flowers, as I mentioned before, make sure you deadhead your flowers to encourage new blooms to come out again for you. So right here, I'm just demonstrating to you like this one. I will just cut it off and I will open up room for more buds to come out. Very important. I hope you guys are doing well, friends, and I hope you guys are staying hydrated. It is so hot. I'm telling you, it is hot. I got it in zone 6B, 7A in Pennsylvania. And here we are. This is Cat's Meow for $12.98 from Proven Winners. You should smell this. It smells so good. It's hardy in zones 3 to 8. It blooms early summer into early fall. It will get 17 to 20 inches tall. And I'm trying to focus the print here, but as I said, the sun was out, friends, so hopefully you guys can see on the screen there. It says it's very long blooming, very drought tolerant, and then once again, great for the sun, for the heat, I should say. and this is what it looks like, and it has beautiful dainty blooms on here. This one looks like it's already becoming spent bloom, so as always when you're shopping, make sure you pick out the best one. Here we have Rock and Round sedum from Proven Winners. I just love the sedums from Proven Winners. I picked up this one on clearance last year, friends. Yes, this will bloom early fall. It's hardy from zones 3 to 9, and it only gets 10 to 12 inches, so it's very on the shorter side, so you may want to put this more in the front of your garden bed, but it stays in the round form. Do you see the picture there? Yes, it grows like that and it stays like that. I'm waiting to pick up more of these when they go on clearance. And then here we have another one. Here we have the Rock and Round. They had come in all different type. This one is a Pride and Joy. You can see the blooms are pink. The other one was white, and this is also hardy from zones 3 to 9, and it will get 10 to 12 inches tall. Once again, I do apologize, I'm trying to focus the camera, but the sun was out and it was so hard to get it. There you go. And as I said before, it stays in the round shape. I love these, friends. So if you have sedum in your garden and you see damage on the leaves, it's from the birds. Yes, the birds love to pick at the foliage. Yes, I learned it from just observing them in the garden. So here you have the white, and they have the pink, and they actually have the black too. They do have the black, but you can never find them at the garden centers. You probably would find them at probably a private garden center, like a local nursery, but not the big box stores. Anyways, another drought tolerant and heat tolerant perennial we have here, friends. Coryopsis, excellent for your garden. This one is Leading Lady Sophia for $12.98 from Monrovia. And they have all different Coryopsis here at Lowe's. They even have those in the smaller container for $4.98, different colors. This one in front of us blooms all the way into fall. It will get 12 to 14 inches tall and 12 to 18 inches wide. Yes, and right there it says long blooming season. Made this perfect for low borders and containers. And once again, make sure you clip off the spent bloom to keep your plant looking fresh. Look at this, it's so pretty, friends. I picked up not this one, but the Lowe's brand and clearance. I picked up 3 for $2 each. Yes, they were the $4.98, so with the clearance discount I only paid $2 for the Coryopsis. Yes, friends, so check out your Lowe's clearance section, see what you can find. Also, here we have phlox, friends. This is the Bambini Candy Crush Phlox for $12.98 from Monrovia. It is so pretty, and I'll show you the blooms in a second. And it says beautiful flowers and long bloom period, disease resistant and heat tolerant. Okay, use as a colorful addition to summer containers and borders. It will get 10 to 12 inches tall and wide, and it's hardy down to negative 20 degrees. So here's a close-up of it. You can see it has like the candy stripe going on there, but I love how it grows upright, and it's such a beautiful addition for your garden. And especially we're going through the heat wave, perfect for the weather we have in right now. And it's a good perennial in general, right? All right, friends, here we have the blue Prelude Cat Mint for $12.98 from Monrovia. All right, so it says a beautiful cat mint with clusters of flowers all summer and into fall, perfect for sunny beds and borders. It will get 28 to 36 inches tall and 24 to 30 inches wide, and it's hardy down to negative 10 degrees. So once again, friends, most of these perennials, they will last you all the way into the fall season, and they will come back for you next year once you're in that zone. All right, friends, here's one of my favorite. I call these Red Hot Polka. This one is a mango popsicle for $12.98. Last year I picked up the pineapple. I remember the pineapple. I probably have maybe 6 different ones in my garden because I'm collecting them. Yes, spectacular spikes of tubular flowers. Their resistant grass-like foliage adds great texture to your bed and borders. It will get 12 to 14 inches tall and 12 to 18 inches wide. hardy down to -10 degrees, and then once again it blooms all the way into fall for you. So after this becomes a spent bloom, look how pretty this looks, right? You would go all the way down, follow the stalk all the way down in here, and then you could clip it off, and it will help promote new blooms to come out. So always, again, I can't stress enough, deadhead your plants to help the plants to produce new blooms for you. Alright then, and on this end we have this other plant. This one I do not have in my garden. This is ice plant. Yes, that's the name of it. Ocean Sunset Violet Ice Plant for $12.98 from Monrovia. I'm not sure if it belongs in the succulent family because it has a kind of texture. It says vibrant flowers bloom all summer and into fall. Great drought tolerant. Ground cover or plant in a container and let it spill over beautifully. It will only get 4 to 6 inches tall and 10 to 12 inches wide, and it blooms spring, summer, and fall. And it's hardy down to -20 degrees. Friends, you're getting your money's worth with this. So this belongs in the front border or in a container. Alrighty friends, let's go across here and see what else I can share with you. I hope you guys are doing well and you enjoying the summer. Alright friends, here we have Yarao. This year I'm loving Yarao. This one is a desert eye yellow Yarao from Monrovia for $12.98. These did not look the best, but I'm still sharing them with you. They're very heat tolerant and drought tolerant. It says large flower clusters accent this tough compact perennial. Drought and heat tolerant. There you go. I'm not making this up. These plants are amazing, friends. But this is what the bloom will look like, right? And they have them in different colors. You just have to check and see what you can find. But here we are again, looking over here at the cornflowers. I just love these cornflowers. They're absolutely gorgeous. And then earlier on, I was sharing with you Coryopsis that you can find for $4.98. Here they are. So I love that this container is a decent size, right? So if you don't want to spend $12.98, you can pick up some of these smaller container, and the plant, it grows, right? So it depends on what budget you have. This will get 12 to 14 inches tall and wide, and it's non-hardy in zones 1 to 3. So if you don't know your zone, put your zip code in Google and it tells you what zone you're in, and that will tell you if the plant will come back for you next year. This is just me here sharing with you again. Pinch off the spent blooms, keep the plants looking healthy, and they have a ton of lilies. Friends, those lilies are already bloomed. Okay, so once again, don't pick them up bloomed like that. Pick them up with the buds closed. And here's one of my beautiful flowers I love, balloon flower. They have these in the smaller container for $4.98. I was surprised by that. And they will get 2 to 4 feet tall and 3 feet wide, non-hardy from zones 1 to 2. I have the pink. I think I have the blue also in my garden. I love that LOWES carries these smaller containers, so if you don't want to spend too much, you can pick up a couple of these guys. And here is the balloon flower, hence the name, right? Balloon flower. I love them. If you have one of these, try popping it, and it actually pops for you like a balloon. I tried it a couple of times with those I have in the garden. And here, friends, I found this Denim and Layers from Proven Winners, $12.98. This is such a tough drought and heat tolerant plant, and it blooms mid-summer through mid-fall. It's hardy in zones 4 through 9. Alright friends, so I just wanted to bring it to LOWES and share with you heat tolerant and drought tolerant, and not just that, but great perennials that you can pick up now, and they will bloom for you all the way into the fall season. Okay, very, very important when you purchase in perennials to try to at least capture 2 or 3 seasons if you can. But these I just share with you, they're amazing. I have most of them in my garden. Cornflower, Coryopsis, sedum, amazing perennials. Anyway friends, thank you so much for being here. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe if you're not. If you're already subscribed, thank you so much, and take care, stay hydrated. Okay, I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers.